It's summertime and it's time for camp. Marriage Camp from the Stupendous Marriage Show.
Listen up, campers! What's up, campers? Welcome to the Stupendous Marriage Show. I am Stu Gray.
Hey, I'm Lisa Gray.
This summer, it's Marriage Camp. Tips, tricks, encouragement for your marriage. If you're liking Marriage Camp, do send us an email on air at stupendousmarriage.com. If you've got a question about marriage or, one of these sessions has raised a question in your relationship, we'd love to hear from you. Again, the email on air at stupendousmarriage.com.
Yeah, so this summer, instead of doing the normal replying to your emails, we actually really want to talk about some specific subjects: communication, parenting, mindset, teamwork, and sexy, which is your favorite, babe, right?
Yes, if you notice, there aren't very many of those that we've talked about so far.
It's okay.
In Marriage Camp.
It's all right. You'll be all right. We got a couple more coming up in the next couple weeks. So.
That is true. Today, under the mindset badge, let's talk about comparing our lives and our relationship to another couple that we see. It's so easy in today's culture with social media and every platform out there to put your best foot forward, and everybody is putting their best foot forward, their best picture out there, their highlight reel, if you will, and you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. And it's been proven, they are doing studies about this, that people are being depressed and they're getting just tired of always comparing what people put forward and it not being the same thing that they're experiencing in their life. And you only see the positive things. And not that there's anything wrong with positive, but we start comparing. It's like, oh, why doesn't my life look like that? And why don't I have the cool thing that they have or the cool experience that they're having? And you start to feel depressed and bad and, oh, my life doesn't look like this. It's horrible.
True. Well, in summer, it just ramps it up. I feel like during the summer, I have seen so many friends, and I'm really happy for them, who are traveling all over the world. I have friends right now in Hawaii, in Bermuda, in Wyoming, over in Europe. And when I see their posts, I have to say that sometimes there's a little thing in me that goes, wow, how much did that cost? I want to be able to do that. And if I don't stop myself, man, I can see why that can become so out of control for some people. Constantly looking at what somebody else's summer break looks like and thinking that yours is horrible is so hard on your marriage.
I'm jealous of you because you have cool friends. My friends don't do any of those trips. I don't see any of that on my Facebook at all.
It's a girl thing.
That's true. Guys don't do that sort of posting.
Hey, I do have one guy friend. Well, I'm friends with the husband and wife, and the husband has been posting faster than the wife. And I think it's just very funny because I'm like, I wonder if she minds him posting first, because usually us girls want to be like, look at us.
And it's so easy to get in that comparison trap, and your brain just starts going, oh, I want that, and I want this, and I want that. And are you cool with being where you are? Are you content with the life that you have and that you're leading and your path, your journey? This is something that I've struggled with in my life and comparison, and growing up as a performer kid and then getting into radio and wanting to be in the next best city, in the biggest city, and wanting to be in radio in Los Angeles and New York and all these sort of things. And I never got there. And I would see these guys who were decent and good and actually very talented and go, man, I could do that. I could have that. I could be there and I could do exactly what they're doing. Why is not me? And you have slapped me in the face several times, not literally.
I know, I was going to say, what?
But your words have slapped me in the face several times. Like, if you did that, your life would not be what it is now. Can you be thankful for what we have and our amazing son and the life that we live and the things that we're doing? And most of the time, I'm okay with that. Sometimes it still rears its ugly head and is like,
well, and I think that has a lot to do with your upbringing, right? Because I wasn't brought up that way. I wasn't a performer. I wasn't constantly being critiqued and trying to strive to be better. I honestly didn't do much as a kid. Like, that's actually really sad to say. I didn't do much, so I didn't strive for much. So I don't tend to compare myself to other people as much. So it's hard thinking about how your spouse was brought up, thinking about the filters, the things that we bring into our marriage, and why your spouse might think very differently from you. And I do call you out on it and say, hey, hold up, wait a minute. If you had done those things, we would not probably be together and our son wouldn't exist. And I can do that because I don't necessarily have that same struggle as much, but instead of getting mad at you for it, I try to encourage you in it and remind you of what you do have and remind you of who you are. That's the thing. As married people, we sometimes have to, instead of getting mad at our spouse because they're being a certain way, encourage them and really try to help them see a different perspective. And I love that I'm able to do that for you.
And sometimes going back to social media and people posting other things and being jealous of their lives, sometimes you just got to unplug from that and take time off. That is just kind of a basic thing that people are incorporating into their lives, and just dialing down the time spent on each of these services and getting back to real life and getting into the moment and not missing what's going on in your real life and not always looking for the next picture perfect moment to post online, but experiencing, being here, being in this moment. You are here now, and are you missing it? And are you looking at somebody else's moment that they had? You can't have their moment. You can make your own moments, and that's what we should be shooting for, and not trying to replicate or want somebody else's.
So that is our tip for this week. Really think about if you're comparing your summer with other people's summers, especially on social media, and stopping it. Stop it now and enjoy the rest of your summer the way you live and not somebody else lives.
We'll talk to you next time.
See ya.